A beautiful morning to you out there. How are we doing this morning? I want to say a beautiful day is ahead of us. It's a beautiful Wednesday, and Wednesday is one particular day that it's tagged for women. But this time around, we're welcoming you to a beautiful episode of Family and Values on your Reaching for the Star station, Galaxy Television. And like Joy will always say, you can join us on all our platforms. Also, don't forget to drop all your comments, your suggestions, like, and follow us. We'd love to hear. We need to get your feedback. My name is Olori Alajoke, Olori AJ, Olori Adejoke, whichever one comes here. Just put the Olori and you get me. Joy is so much looking. Haha.
Good morning, welcome to the show. Of course, it's Family and Values. Today is one of those days, you didn't wake up on the right side and you just want to put up the whole strength because we need to serve you all the best. Of course, we are here so that we can educate you. Very good morning.
Good morning, Belle.
Looking on.
Christmas, the Christmas look is everywhere now. So it's just to the glory of God that we are celebrating the season at this time, and we're praying for more of His grace to take us to the end of the year. Families, just like yesterday, I heard someone passed on, and you hear stories here and there, and you're like, God, it can only be Your grace.
Of course,
so His grace has kept you and me together.
That has kept us. For me, yesterday was a bit stressful. I got home a bit late. Woke up this morning with the cold. Of course, it's the Hamatan season. What do you expect?
It will fly out before you know it. And it's going to be a splendid day today because of our topic.
Yes, today's topic is wonderful.
It's going to be splendid. And please, we just want you to sit back, relax, and learn. Take whichever you think belongs to you, whatever knowledge that you're going to tap from, whatever we're going to be discussing today, because every day we have something to unravel that you have always seen around there, but you never know it existed, right?
Yeah, of course. We've always seen around, but you never knew it existed. In fact, yesterday we talked about financial problems, man. It was really educative. The feedback was wonderful. I had people say, oh, it was wonderful. When are you doing the past? We need her. We're like, don't worry, we'll get it. That's what we are here. Family and Values, to give you all the feedback. Okay, we are waiting for our in-house guests to join us.
And we're talking about arranged love versus love managed. You'll be trying to find out what exactly are we talking about. I'm sure you were there to listen to the mini features. Arranged love versus love managed. And our guest is Oriyomi Foluke Edgar. She's an artist, a relationship builder, a marriage advocate, an unwavering dedication to making difference in young people's lives. And she's someone looking so beautiful this morning, all shiny, glittering. The Christmas season is walking around her. You can see her and you know Christmas is here. You can see and know someone beautiful is seated. And like I told you, Wednesday is start for ladies. So I have another beautiful African lady seated here. And you're welcome.
Welcome to the show.
It's good to see you.
For what I will steal from your body. From the rings to the bangles.
No, I'm just admiring everything from it. And glittering also.
So
it's
what
good
is
to
it I'm
see
going
you.
to take from your hands? Because the hands are all glittering, Although you didn't look at the hands.
Yeah, I saw.
It's the Christmas season.
Yeah, it is.
And
it's
so
Christmas.
we come
Compliments of the season to you.
Shiny.
Yes.
Yeah, you're looking it. Don't worry. You're
Thank
looking
you.
it. Compliments of the season to you, and it's good to have you.
Thank you.
So, arranged love and love managed
Yes.
versus love managed.
Wonderful topic indeed.
Which one do you think? Which one do you go for first? Which?
None of the above.
So you don't want love managed, and you don't want arranged love.
Everything has an end to it. So in our father's days, it was arranged. It was okay, and then there was nothing much to look for.
No activities.
Just give birth, manage the children, manage the man. But now, you see, marriage
Activities in Epogon.
It's too much. And then where does it end? Some manage it. It's a means to an end. And now we see it happening now. So many divorce and all that. Now, arranged marriage, it's okay. It lasts long. Why? Because there's nothing. The women have been brought up to look up to the men. Like a God, you know. He has to supply. If he says no, it's no. You sit still. Don't move, don't move. Yes, sir. But now it's not working anymore. I have some people that, well, you know, these wealthy people, they come, arrange between, and it doesn't even last a week or a month. Because, you know, people are different. We have evolved. You can't tell me to just sit down and to have
like a zombie
to sit. It's not going to be possible, and that's why we're having a lot of separation and divorce. On the other hand, managed one, some will work out, some eventually they do work out. Like you wait quietly, you have 2 children, and then you take care of them, you manage yourself, do one of petty little things, because there are some men who don't want their wife to move, even now. And then you just manage yourself. When the children are grown, this is the new thing happening now. The men are lonely, frustrated. You just go and do a mubo. And that's the end of it. That's the end of it. Or you wait. When the last child is in the university, the woman leaves.
Wow.
And then you'll be wondering, why would a 65-year-old woman be leaving the... That's what happens at all this managed thing. On the other hand, you know, the Christian thing, the religious thing makes you stay in the arranged marriage, hoping that it will come out well. If you are lucky, fine. If you know, it still boils down to parents, parenting the male and the female. Now, if you train the man well, the boy child, raise him up well, and then, you know, he becomes a man and thinks of the woman, taking care of the woman. The male child has been prepared, you know, to take care of the woman. Fine. He will come down and say, okay, let me try and understand this woman. But if the male child has been trained like, don't cry, don't you know, be a man, you're in control, you're in charge, the narcissistic behavior comes round, and then he doesn't care. And then the woman is left to defend for herself, to defend herself and stand on her own, and then it goes off. If the woman was brought up a Christian child, you know, keep praying and hoping, she can pull through. And then, but that's not happiness. You know,
that's not happiness.
She's just managing. I don't want the stigma of divorce.
I don't want my family to feel disappointed.
Say, yes.
You know, the church.
How did you do it? The church.
The mosque.
After all they've done for you.
After all they've done.
Know, the Muslim thing, no, you can't, divorce, no way. And the marriage keeps on, you know, breaking down into different things, which we are experiencing today. You wonder why there's so many divorce, people stabbing each other. Nobody is preparing the youths for the marriage, for taking care, I mean, the home, the back end, you know. You can keep a home, work, do everything, and still keep your marriage. But nobody is preparing these young people.
Okay, you've mentioned some very vital points. Now we are looking at the past. Arranged marriage worked in the past. For our parents, they will see a beautiful damsel, and they'll call their son and say, oh, don't worry, we've already gone to pay bride price. Without the son being there, and they just bring the package, I call it a package, and give the boy. And the young man has to live with her, start learning from her. But we are in a society where we want to know who we are going into marriage with. You walk up to a lady, you approach her, and there's this saying in quotes that the rich get married to the rich, while the poor get married to the poor. And that is somehow an arranged marriage. Because you're looking at your son that is in Harvard, and you're already keen for your daughter. And now when you look at it, now comparing the past and now, Do you think that arranged marriage has evolved? Because what I call it is evolvement.
Yes,
Not,
it
it has
has.
evolved. And has it lasted? Or then and now, which would you say if you were to choose arranged marriage? Would you have said, okay,
I'll choose the old one.
okay.
Because there was nothing to look up to.
Okay.
It was easier then. The girls
That
were
would
not
be the
educated.
arranged marriage.
Yes, the arranged marriage. The girls were not educated. They were not allowed to see the future, to see out there. You're just in a box, just there. You are being trained to give birth to children. Walk certain way, sit certain way, do kitchen work. That's all.
Take care
So
of
in
yours.
the olden days, it was okay.
It was okay in,
It was
in the
okay.
time of our parents.
But now, except you're going to stop, some people from going to school, traveling abroad and internet, it won't work. So I prefer the olden days. If I don't think we can bring it back for them, it worked. You know the values of a family. I know the values of my family. I don't want to disappoint my father, my mother. You don't want to. You want to be a good man. I want to be a good lady. So when we have a child, this is how we bring up this child. Okay, the man will go out, get the bacon, bring it, fine. But you can't do that. Everybody wants to. We all want to make money. I want to look good.
Like you're looking good
Yes,
now.
I want to take care of myself. I can't wait, for my husband to provide everything. The economy is not nice now to say, do you know how much the cost of things are?
Don't go there.
And so you want to put all
It's
this
scary.
on the man, the school, the house, fine. He's supposed to do that, but then your own little self, you should be able to do something for yourself.
Okay, now looking at the side effects. Does that mean the primitive way should continue to, we should go back to the primitive way? Because many will tell you like, it's good though, our eyes are open now, we can go out as women, no man can take advantage of us, the abuse, the insults, the demeaning words, the bringing down your self-esteem, not making you look like someone who is appreciated.
It all goes back to
The side effects.
yes, the side effects are there. It's parenting,
Okay.
upbringing of a child. I brought up my son to be very domestic, and the father didn't like it. He's on his own now. He can do everything by himself. Most parents won't want their son to start cooking. No. And then the girls are being trained to be very independent. The woman has a voice. Not because you're a woman, you don't have a voice. The feminine thing is all around. And so we bring up our children like that. And then you expect them to you've given them the independence. Go ahead. Be a woman, be in charge. And you've given this child all those things. And then you now want her to sit down and obey someone. No. You have to balance the equation. You are a woman. You are going to be married. So these are the things you do in your home. These are the things you do in your home. You tell the man, a woman is not a slave. She's not there for you and your children. She has time. She's a human being. She knows what to do, when to do it, just like you. So give her her own space and time. If you want to go into the marriage, let's know each other. Now I hear there's a 50-50. Yeah. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, 50-50.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, ma'am. Now, looking at, because from whatever it is I'm seeing, I still feel like the society is still in arranged marriage, but in an evolved state. Why am I saying this? Because of social media. You meet somebody on social media, people get to know you. That's people arrange to meet. Now, it's not. Sometimes it's not that. Okay, a friend of mine will just introduce somebody to you.
Yeah.
That's arranged marriage
Yes.
in its own form
Has
that
it
has
lasted?
evolved. Now it doesn't last. My question now is, the youths of today, what would be your if you had a gathering of youth and you
Yeah.
were to talk to them, which would you tell them is better, going on to courtship to know each other than waiting for someone to arrange a package and present to you? Because I think what the youths of today are looking for is package. They want somebody that is, or they want a lady that is already packaged, and they meet. They don't want to groom from, they don't want to start that grooming stage.
Starting.
Because back then, if you want, if they presented a lady who was educated to you, you have to train her through school.
Yeah. Yeah.
To your
Yes.
standard.
Yes.
But we are not having that now. Because everybody is sitting down and
Microwave.
waiting for a groomed lady. So how do you think we are going to walk around this in this era?
It's the same thing. We keep talking about it and putting information out there, and especially mothers and fathers.
Keep
You keep talking about, you keep telling them. They come home for holidays. Ask
let
them,
them know.
do you have a boyfriend? Who is your boyfriend? I want to meet your boyfriend. Some parents can't do that.
They
say,
don't have that
no,
relationship to that level. You are exposed.
They don't even talk to the children. Everybody is on the phone. We're all on social. Have you seen a family at the dinner table and everybody's like this?
Yeah.
And
I've witnessed it
one
once.
plate.
Yes.
I've witnessed it
Just,
once.
and then everybody's going.
The father, the mother, the children,
Yes.
everybody updates.
So this social media thing is not outside the social media. We need to talk to our children.
We have really abused the social media in
Yes,
such
you
a
know,
way
we
that we are
Nigerians,
losing our
we like to use
relationship,
things
our connection.
to the last
Yes,
second. So we
addiction.
need to keep talking about it.
Keep talking.
Tell these children.
Keep
You don't
talking.
have to expose yourself to get the richest man. You don't have to do funny things to put yourself out there. And even if your parents arrange it, the parents arranging that thing, who
Have
are
a
they?
reason. Who are the parents
Yes.
arranging the love?
Yes.
Okay. Our Zoom guest is on standby right now. Barrister Taiwo Onoyinka is a legal practitioner and a counselor. Hello, Barrister, are you there? Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Hello, how are you, Barrister? Compliment of the season.
Compliment of the season to you.
Okay.
How are you guys
So
doing?
we're talking about arranged love and love managed. What is your view about this as a counselor, a legal practitioner? I'm sure you've handled one case or the other relating to this. What has been your experience? Can you share some with us?
Absolutely. You know, you're talking about a topic that goes deeply into the very fabrics of society itself. So the first thing is you're asking yourself, what is love? Before you can talk about love marriages, you need to understand the concept of that thing they call love. So, might want to define it as an intense feeling of deep affection. And I take that again. Love is an intense feeling of deep affection. And it comes with a whole lot of ancillary. It has a lot of brothers and a lot of sisters, from deep affection to fondness to tenderness, warmth, intimacy, attachment, endearment, devotion, adoration, doting, idolization, worship, and all those things. So, talking about love marriages, the first question you've got to ask yourself is love alone, along with all those other ancillaries I just mentioned, enough to hold that relationship? So that's the first leg of it. On the other part, you look at arranged marriages. Now, arranged marriages are based purely on convenience of both parties. So you look at other factors that come into play in that particular setting, the auxiliaries are religion, wealth, opulence, and all of those things. So it is the more convenient one. Like, okay, we both know exactly what we're getting into. But with love, there's a whole lot more behind that unopened door that you guys will only be able to find out in due course of time. And that's where the issue of wisdom and understanding comes to play. Because I tell people 10 out of 10 times it takes way more than love to pull through a relationship premised on that love itself. So in the past 2 years, I can tell you that in Chambers, we've handled an average of 400 dissolution of marriage cases, what people call divorce. If you ask me, I'll say that's very alarming. If we're having about 400 cases of divorce in 3 years, and that's just one firm, just a law firm, then you begin to ask yourself, what exactly is the problem? The problem is this. Those who are in love marriages look towards that love to hold on to their marriage. But it takes more than that. Because the love you're talking about, eventually it wears off sometimes. And where it doesn't even wear off, do they have the understanding, the patience with which to manage that relationship properly? So whether you're in a love marriage or you're in an arranged marriage, what matters is understanding what you're into and knowing exactly how to manage it for the desired results. Now listen to me carefully.
I would like to
Ask
hold you
yourself.
there. And, hello, sir.
Okay, go on.
Sir, I would
Let's do
like
something.
to hold you there. Our in-house guest had given us an split examples of how arranged marriage worked in the past and in the present. Now, I would like to ask you this question: which has the society adopted in general? And I'm saying this because I'm sure you've had cases of divorce on your table, and from traces, you could say that, okay, at a certain statistics, the rate of divorce is as a result of this or this. So in general, which has the society adapted to?
Basically, there's actually nothing general to the society because society itself has what I call an innate classification. You have on the one part the bourgeoisie, those are the well-to-do folks, and then you have the proletariat on the other hand. That's where you dealt with the terrain of the so-called middle class and then the poor. But I see them as one and the same. For the wealthy, the opulent, they do more with arranged marriages. So you find love marriages more, on the other side of the divide, if you know what I mean. So there's actually no general pattern societally. For the rich, they do more of their arranged marriages because it doesn't matter whether there's a intense love feeling between you guys. I mean, just be comfortable with living with each other so that you guys can maintain the high standard of living that you have and you can actually keep coping with the very high cost of living without having to bat an eyelid. Yeah? So you don't have to find yourself needing to hold the torch for another person who is not silver spoon like you. Do you
Not
understand what
silver
I'm saying?
spoon.
Yeah.
Not silver
But
spoon like
you know,
you.
on the other side of the divide, I mean, it is folks who have little or next to nothing to themselves, and then they say, "Okay, I'm in love with this person. I want to get married to this person," and they try to manage through. So the pattern is just it is what it is. It's basic. Yeah, one is for the poor, while the other is for the rich. That's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
One is for the poor, while the
Wow.
other is for the rich. So now let's bring it back to the generation that we're in right now. It's going to be my own last questions on from to you this morning. When we look at arranged marriage, we've seen situation whereby a girl is being married out, to a guy she just saw the picture and she found herself, outside the country because that's where the man, proposed husband is. And when she got there, she became a slave because the man is practically bedridden, he can't walk, he's on wheelchair, and she became a slave. She doesn't even go out in the country. She found herself outside Nigeria. Now, how would you want such a family to help bail out there? Or what are the steps such family need to do to bail out their child from such marriage?
So absolutely, our beautiful guest the other time talked about proper training for the younger ones. You know, I joined the page to have there because a lot of folks don't train their children properly these days. So there's no proper monitoring, there's no proper tutoring, there's no proper mentoring. So you just leave them do whatever it is they like. So if you leave people do whatever they like, you will get the results that you will never like. It's just as simple as that. So all hands must be on deck. If you're a parent to a child or to children, you've got to bring your A game to the table. If you're an uncle, you've got to bring your A game to the table. If you're a guardian, call by whatever name. I mean, we all have a duty to society. We must all be able to come aboard and say, this talk is cheap. Even in your own little circle, in your own little cubicle, how do you handle the children that are around you? Because for them, it is whatever they see, they relate with, that's exactly how they'll develop. Let's not forget that, unlike the days of old, they've got access to a lot of things because of tech. So there's technological explosion that's exposing everyone to everything. So some things are fundamental. If the fundamentals are missing, you're definitely going to have a problem. Now, foundationally, how well have we prepped these children for the task that lies ahead? Because generally, whether arranged or love, call it whatever you want to call it, marriage is a task. As a matter of
Thank you
fact,
very much.
a very onerous task.
Thank
I
you
mean,
very much.
it is not
Marriage
for the
is a
faint of heart.
task.
It isn't for the faint of heart. So if you're doing a transatlantic relationship, you're going to someone you haven't seen before, you start with that even bizarre. Now you're saying met that person online and then you got deep, intense feeling with that person. How does that even work? Because you get there, now you're in a strange country, you have barrier with the language, straight from the airport, you're having problems already. So it's going to be problems, problems,
Thank you
problems all the
very
way.
much. All
Even
the
if that
way.
person
So
sees
we
you,
need to work
love
against those problems, right? Those are the things we need to do. We need to guide against having
those
those
problems,
future
I tell you,
problems.
will eventually be insurmountable, no matter how hard
Thank
that
you.
person tries.
Thank you very much, Barrister. We really appreciate you being available. In spite of your busy schedule, we appreciate you. Thank you, Barrister Taiwo Onoyinka.
Thank
He's
you
a
so
legal
very much for
practitioner
joining us.
and a counselor. Thank you for having you, for being part of us this morning, and we wish you a very beautiful day ahead. Thank you.
Pleasure.
So, I now...
Okay,
Yes. Okay.
you heard what
Oyemi
Barrister
for like
said.
Edgar, we're back on you.
Yes.
And he did mention to the fact that, yeah, you talked about training kids properly. And he said that in the society at large, you have two types. The rich go for the arranged marriage, while the love marriage is for, of course, the ones
Yes.
we know. Now, would you say that that has led to the rate of divorce we have in the society? Because he said something that the rich aim for wealth, they aim for popularity, they aim for
All the
affluences, while the
yes.
other ones are just there because it is love that sustains them, according to what Barrister said. So are you going to go from that angle and
Love
agree
managed
that-
or arranged managed?
or which would you say has
Love managed. You can manage it.
Yes, sir.
It's still on the individual in the marriage. You can manage it. You decide what you want, you know. You want to make your own happiness like the first thing, so that you can think properly and be, you know, good with yourself. So love marriage is good, that you can sit down and decide as an individual, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to get. If I do this, I'll get this. If I do this, I'll get this. And then you have to be, you know, confident enough to shun all the hearsay and whatever, and focus on your marriage, because it's a lot of work.
And do you know love marriage can also have domestic violence?
Yes, it
Can have self-esteem, you know, being tormented.
That's why I talked about the
and all that. So,
narcissistic thing with men and even women. So it can be. I've seen a full-grown man being bullied around
by the wife,
by the wife,
because he's managing his love.
because he's
This one
managing
is
his
not even
love.
arranged.
He wants to manage everything. He doesn't want to divorce. He said he can't have children outside his marriage, and he wants peace. That he doesn't see himself living with two women or coming back to.
Some will even tell you that, but she was not like this. It was not like this. He has been loving. What happened?
The situation of our country, exposure. I believe in the managed love is possible.
okay, because you have to build your love to where
Because
you
you have
want
to
it to.
build
That was what
Yes.
the barrister also
Now,
mentioned.
Before you go, I want you to really tell me or tell our viewers this now. For young people who are watching, like I said earlier on, the young ones out there waiting for package. They want a woman who has gone to Harvard, and they just want the woman to come and somebody to say, okay. And that's why you see, you go for parties, they'll say, meet Mr. A, Mr. A, meet Mr. B, and they
Yes.
start reading profile. Oh, she went to this, she went to that. Now, coming from the aspect that you're a counselor and a marriage one who is having couple young people around, and how do you advise when such situations come to you? How do you advise both arranged and love? Now, I believe somebody in arranged marriage can actually have a long-lasting marriage.
Yes.
The same way somebody in loved marriage can actually have a long-lasting marriage.
Yeah.
So if the two is presented, how would you advise and talk to the couple that, okay, fine, you know what, it's arranged, pick up from here.
Pick up
It's
from
loved, pick up from here. So what's going to be your
Self-awareness.
self-awareness? Wow.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness. You know yourself.
In
So you now study the other person. Let the other person study you.
study you.
And then you people just be patient enough to understand each other. I know what I want. I want cold, iced water.
Okay.
You want normal room temperature. It's very easy. I keep my own, you keep your own. When he's here, room temperature. And I put ice block in my own and drink. There's
Everyone
peace.
is at peace.
Self-awareness.
Okay, we are ending up with self-awareness in this particular topic. You know what you want, you go for it.
Self-awareness.
Study your partner, understand your partner.
Yes.
Same with your partner. You know, you yourself, you have studied. He or she is also studying
Yeah.
to understand that this is what you want, this is how you want it, and let us present it to ourselves the best way possible. You know, by that, there is peace. That's what we're ending with. Okay, awareness. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Ma, for joining
We appreciate
us.
you.
Thank you for having me.
And
Oh, yeah, I
thank
mean,
you
it's
for
so good
bringing- for
to,
bringing
you know, to have you
self-awareness
here live.
into-
And also to Barrister
Yes.
Taiwo Onoyinka, thank you. We've been talking with Oriyomi Foluke Edgar, sorry, and also to Barrister Taiwo Onoyinka. And we hope you've had a wonderful time with us. We're rounding up this morning by saying a big thank you to everyone who has followed us on our social media platform, and we pray and we wish you the very best even as you go ahead with today. As you remain Olori, and stay tuned. Joy.
Of course, you know, it's Joy Abu. And before we draw the curtains, this is a festive period. A lot of people are going to come in with arranged marriage. Trust me. They are coming in from the country, from the diaspora,
Open your eyes.
and they are
Yes.
seeing the beautiful young ladies and they want to get arranged marriage. Please, before you go into it, whether loved or arranged, like our guests have said, self-awareness. Know your worth. Know what you want in that marriage before you even say yes to it. Of course, we are streaming across all our social media platforms. Please, like we used to say, download the Galaxy mobile app. Turn on your notification button to know when family and values is on, so that you will get educative and insightful topics like this to deal with. Up next is What's Up, the entertainment aspect of Galaxy Television. From me to you, it's saying bye. Enjoy the season.